Well, Seraf, we're excited to have you here in Kansas City, and you just completed your big move with your family. How are things going since you guys have landed here in the U.S.?
That went just fine. We've been here now for about 6 or 7 weeks. The family has settled, and I only have a 5-minute commute to the brewery.
And you're still in your other role as the global CFO of our company. Can you talk a little bit about the overall global business for Duvel?
Duvel is doing very well so far this year. Somewhat regionally differentiated though. Really strong growth coming out of Western Europe. We've really seen a post-COVID boost there. China still being hindered by COVID restrictions, as we all know. And then obviously here in the US, tough business out there, but luckily Duvel USA is proving to be somewhat of an exception. So.
We just celebrated our 25th anniversary up in Cooperstown at Brewery Ommegang. Seraf, can you share your thoughts on your vision as we move into the future with Brewery Ommegang?
It was great to be up in Cooperstown a week ago or so for the 25th anniversary event there. A lot of love and commitment to Ommegang from the people there and from wholesalers. And so, yes, Ommegang by all means should continue, both with its Belgian heritage styled beers, and we also have some innovation in store for Ommegang under the OMG series next year.
On the Boulevard side, Unfiltered Wheat with a new look is showing some nice signs of improvement. Tank 7, exciting things coming today. What else are you excited about as we think about our Boulevard brands moving into the future?
Oh, surely excited about Tank 7, one of my favorite beers. And next year we'll be turning Southwest Boulevard, that got a great reception as a limited release this year, into a year-round offering. And some important innovation under the Smokestack series, but I won't spill the beans on that just yet.
Finally, Seraf, can you talk a little bit about Quirk, a brand that continues to grow here for us at Duvel USA?
Really something to be proud of there, Brian. Your team did very well with Quirk. The sales team did very well. All of our wholesaler partners really rallied around it. Despite national seltzer trends being what they are, we've seen great results. Number 1 in Kansas City, number 3 in the state of Missouri, number 4 by some metrics throughout the Midwest. And so we'll really be continuing to focus on Quirk also in 2023.
There's only one thing left to do, Seraf. It's time to start the show.
Shall we tell people what the theme is? Live from Kansas City, it's Duvel USA.
It's Duvel USA Live with Allie Bush, Adam Hall, Melissa Mayasek, Ryan Reams, featuring Kyle Kleiser, Chris Dolt, Light Lee, Allie McKinley, Jimmy Sebchek, with musical performances by Post Malone and Lizzo. And your host, Bobby Dykstra. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Dykstra.
That feels good. Thank you. All right. Enough. Thank you. What an absolute honor to be back here hosting Duvel USA Live for the 3rd time. Putting me up there with the likes of Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy, Tom Hanks, and in affiliation with some of the most influential characters of our time, like Headwound Harry, Canteen Boy, and Toonsis the Driving Cat. You know, right now has been such an exciting time for me. I have a new movie coming out, Back to the Future 12. And we have had such a great year here at Duvel USA, with hit after hit after hit. Really, it's been just unbelievable. Quirk Hard Seltzer skyrocketed up the charts to become the #1 hard seltzer in Kansas City and #4 in the Midwest, with some of the greatest growth trends in the category. It feels like just yesterday, Allie was on this very stage debuting Rocket Pop and the Tropical Pack. Ommegang's Neon Rainbows continues to be Ommegang's top-selling beer and has won multiple accolades as one of the best New England IPAs in the country. Dream Patch is now at retail, and we have so much more in store for you with OMG. Duvel will finish the year up double digits. And Duvel 6.66 has just started hitting stores. Schoof has grown 25% in 2022. This brand has doubled since 2018. Boulevard's barrel-aged program is up over 25% this year. Boulevard has become one of the preeminent barrel-aged brewers in the U.S. Thanks to your support, Duvel USA will finish the year up over 5%. And in these challenging times, that's quite an achievement. We are growing share, and we are a company for you to bet on for long-term growth. You know, when word got out that I would be hosting Duvel USA Live, I received so many messages of encouragement and well wishes from show alumni. Here are just a few.
Victoria Jackson here from Saturday Night Live. Word on the street is that Bobby, that he's gonna host Saturday Night Live, and I think that's a bad idea. I just think maybe you should stick with beer making. Beer's great. Maybe you take comedy lessons before you host.
Hey everybody, this is Sherry O'Terry. And you guys, I just wanted to apologize in advance for Bobby hosting the show. It's the best we could do. And it takes balls to host when you should not be hosting anything. So I wanted to wish Bobby luck with what he has.
I really should have reviewed those beforehand. We have some very strong plans for 2023 and a great show in store for you. So stick around. We'll be right back.
This is the Buzz Budget. It is advertising that is both digital and real world. It is marketing that is targeted to consumers' interests, likes, and social interactions.
So, I'm in an advertisement?
Yes, you're in one of our 21 DMAs, or designated market areas. Rather than placing these ads via a specific city, we set them to regions and areas. This allows us to reach a wider audience, move with the audience, and deliver ads in the most effective way possible.
Why are we here?
We're here to create intriguing content to compel you to click on the beer finder to find our beers. Ads live on your phone, your tablet, and your computer through social media channels, specifically Facebook and Instagram. These ads don't appear like a regular post. They're targeted and served the consumer. You may not always see every ad every time, and you won't see them living on our brewery's feeds, but they are there, finding the perfect consumer.
I'm being tracked?
Yes and no. These ads are telling you what you already wanted to see, but in reality, they go beyond this. With the consumer finding the ad on their social channels, then suddenly noticing radio ads, billboards, and of course, beers or beverages on the shelf.
What's the point of all of this?
Ads are there to remind you, encourage, and ultimately help you make the purchase, from your phone to the beautiful ad on your social channel, to the beer finder, and then the store. The point is to drive purchase.
How do I know this is real?
What is real? Impressions are real. Impressions are real people seeing these ads. Link clicks are real. Link clicks are real people interacting with these ads.
Okay, I think I understand, but show me.
Sure, this one single Raspberry Rocket Pop post that ran for a month reached 3.3 million people.
Whoa.
And we all know how well Rocket Pop performed.
What happens next?
These numbers prove that the Buzz Budget is working. With the continued support of our wholesalers, next year, we know these numbers will grow, resulting in more impressions, more link clicks, and ultimately, more purchasing. The Buzz Budget isn't a dream world, but it's time to wake up.
Hello. I'm excited to share our 2023 Duvel USA marketing plans with all of you. We have tremendous momentum behind our Duvel USA import portfolio, and that's thanks to all the help from all of you. What's driving these great results? A couple of things. One, we're still committed to marketing Duvel to a younger consumer, bringing that new drinker into our family. Two, better and relevant programming. Still committed to giving all of you the proper tools you need to win at retail. And three, innovation. Yes, we still innovate at Duvel and have some exciting plans to share with you later today. I am committed to keeping our brands relevant and meeting the consumers where they are in this ever-challenging beer world. So let's jump right in and talk about our Duvel USA 2023 marketing plans. Let's start with the top-line strategy for Duvel. As you can see, where we've been and where we're going. 2019, we started to build an emotional connection with our younger consumers, elevating the moment. In 2020, we had an exciting portfolio redesign. We highlighted our heritage and our product accolades with these new beautiful front and back labels. 2022, what do? We launched Duvel 6.66, and we're building product awareness around that now. So what does 2023 look like? Our focus is to grow and defend Duvel Original while building Duvel 6.66. And as you look the years ahead, it's all about a Duvel for every moment with Duvel, Duvel 6.66, and our triple hop varieties. And then if you take a look at our entire Duvel portfolio, as you can see, we have a beer and a SKU for every occasion. Outstanding lineup as we continue to move into the future. So we have the portfolio to win in 2023, but what are the platforms we're gonna use to execute and bring our brands to life? We'll do that with 4 key brand pillars, starting with history and heritage. In all of our communication, we always talk about the history, heritage, and the taste of our Duvel brands. This is the perfect platform for our digital media. By the way, crushing it out there, thanks to our buzz budget. 2, food pairings. All beers wanna play in this game. And as you'll see shortly, we have the right programs that will elevate any food experience with Duvel. 3, leisure and lifestyle. We'll continue to find ways to insert Duvel into lifestyles here in the US, which will provide a great drinking occasion for all our Duvel consumers. And finally, art and design. We have something really special lined up for all of you in 2023 with art. Sit tight, as I know you'll be excited. So let's jump right in and talk about our biggest innovation to date as a company, and that was the launch of Duvel 6.66. As you remember, we executed a soft launch this past June with bottles and draft. Now, starting in November, Duvel single fermented will go away and everything will translate into Duvel 6.66. 4 packs and draft, including half barrels, because I see this brand being a very high velocity brand in the right account at the right time, so we'll have half barrels for you to execute around that. To learn more about Duvel 6.66, let me kick it over to my good buddy in Belgium, Sam de Belder, our innovation brewer, as he can tell you about our brewing process behind this awesome beer.
Hey guys, I'm Sam de Belder, head of brewing and production here at Duvel. Really excited to be here to talk about our new beer. Last year we started up a new microbrewery here on site, and since then we've been experimenting with new hop varieties, malt types, different flavors, and we came to this Duvelish combination which seemed ideal for us to celebrate our 150 year anniversary next year. That's why we called it the Duvel 666. Duvel 666 is a beer that's accessible due to the lower ABV, lower alcohol content, the soft bitterness, and the really refreshing fruitiness, both in aroma and flavor profile. It's the best of both worlds. You have the recognizable character of a classic Duvel, combined with that fruitiness of the 6 hop varieties we selected for this beer. Cheers, guys.
We are excited about this brand, and I'm very bullish on what we can do together as we build Duvel 6.66 in the USA. What's also really exciting is this brand pours in a Duvel tulip glass. Yes, it has the head retention to hold, creating a true Duvel moment for everybody when they order this beer in a bar. The brand has already won 2 prestigious awards in Europe, and we'll have a full lineup of tools to help your teams activate this brand at retail. One piece I'm really excited about is this Duvel 6.66 draft tower. As you all know, you place a draft tower in an account, you will keep that draft line forever. Please reach out to our Duvel USA representatives for more details. And finally, let's talk about Duvel 6.66 in the off-trade. And what does the perfect shelf look like? As you recall, all our packages have consistent branding now, creating a nice billboard effect on the shelf. So what does good look like? Duvel on a shelf looks good. Duvel and Duvel 6.66 together, that looks great. Duvel, Duvel 6.66, and Duvel Triple Hop Citra, spectacular. And that, my friends, is the perfect shelf. Just look how consistent that new branding looks. Best looking package in the import shelf. That's what we want to see all across the country in the import sections with our Duvel brands. So now let's move on to programming, and we'll start with our Duvel Golf program. The highlight of the Duvel Golf program is the Duvel Golf Open. This is where select distributors, great retail partners, and consumers get to spend a few days in Scottsdale, Arizona with our PGA Tour player ambassador, Sam Ryder. This year's event will take place in Gainey Ranch, and we're excited for what we have lined up for you. It's Duvel beer dinners, it's golf, it's private clinics with a PGA Tour player. It's an experience everyone would love to have and will never forget. We'll execute that this December, and we'll bring it back next year for our 4th annual Duvel Golf Open. Speaking of Sam, something big happened this year to our Duvel brand ambassador in all places, Scottsdale, Arizona, at one of the most attended golf tournaments in the US. Let's take a look as Sam hits one of the most iconic shots on the PGA Tour and becomes an instant legend in the golf world.
16. This just moments ago.
Sam Ryder taking it right at it. Talk to me. Come on. Oh my God. There's liquid coming down. There's cans going everywhere.
We mean it. Take one more look at this. Sam Ryder, 124 yards. We just talked about how going at it is so tough, but it is worth the reward right here.
Bam! Cocktails.
Sam Ryder has a very expensive bar tab ahead of him.
Wow, what a shot. You know, after watching that, I think I might need to go to the golf course to see if I can hit hole in one as well. Let me sneak off for a quick round of golf. I'll be right back. Hey, Bobby, thought you had a 10:30 meeting this morning.
Yeah, I did. It was off-site, long-range planning.
My favorite kind of meeting, off-site. Well, since we're both here, how about we play together?
Sure. Same bet as always?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you're on.
Okay, Bobby, it's the last hole. Remember, if you don't win this hole, I win the entire bet.
I know, Brian.
Come on, it's my box. Let's tee off.
I'm about tired of this guy.
Par 3, about 167 yards, little uphill. I'm gonna hit a nice little soft 9-iron here.
Just hit your shot.
Yeah, yes.
You know, Brian, I've been watching Sam Ryder's hole-in-one at TPC Scottsdale. And I'm thinking, because our swings are so similar, I might just get a hole-in-one myself.
Bobby, there's no chance you're hitting a hole-in-one today. But if you do, the Duvels are on you after the round.
You know, I've made a lot of hole-in-ones, and I've bought a lot of Duvels.
Just hit your shot. You're holding up the whole course here.
167 yards. I'm gonna shape a little 2-iron stinger into there.
Wow! Hole-in-one, Bobby!
Hole-in-one!
Great shot!
Oh, I knew it the whole time.
Wow! Duvels are on you.
Gladly. Perfect beer for a perfect shot.
Wow, let's go to the clubhouse and celebrate.
Hey, what's up, Bobby D? Congrats on the hole one back there. First round's on Duvel.
Cheers, Bobby.
Thanks, buddy. One of the best days of my life.
You know, you can also enter your hole-in-one at Duvel.com to enter some really cool prizes, including some fun stuff from Sam Ryder.
You know, Brian, we're in year 3 of the Duvel Golf program. And this year, more than ever, we want to take the program on and off the course. So first, we want to capitalize at the golf club, making sure that people celebrate their perfect round with the Duvel. But we want to make sure they see the program in the off trade as well. Grocery stores, liquor stores, everywhere, we want them to interact with Duvel and golf.
Absolutely, Bobby. It's truly a 360 program, and that's how we win with Duvel on Golf. And we can localize any program for any market, whether it's the Duvel Golf Open giveaway or Duvel Golf Items merch to put on display for fun retail activation.
Yep, can't wait to see the playbook, and we're going to leverage the heck out of it.
Absolutely we are, Bobby, but it's time for me to get back to work. Cheers again. Congrats on a hole-in-one.
Yeah, you should. I got some more beers to buy.
Cheers. Okay, let's talk about the Duvel Perfect Pour. Perfect Pours is what we do. It's the #1 thing that our teams talk about when selling Duvel in the on-trade. We want all bartenders in the U.S. to pour Duvel correctly. That is why we're bringing back our Duvel Perfect Pour competition. We just wrapped up our first annual competition in Las Vegas, where we had 5 bartender finalists compete to become the first Duvel USA Perfect Pour champion. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this year's competition. Wow, what a week in Las Vegas. And congratulations to Wes Jacobs from Los Angeles, as he is our first Duvel USA Perfect Pour champion. This contest is so easy to execute. All you need is a phone and a perfectly poured Duvel in our signature tulip glass. But it's real simple. Train the bartender how to pour a Duvel. Have them poured in our signature glass, take out your phone, snap a picture, press a button, and just like that, they're entered to win. We'll have all the tools you need to sell in this program to any new Duvel account or existing Duvel accounts. What bartender wouldn't want to win an opportunity to go to Las Vegas to compete in the Duvel USA Perfect Pour competition? Also, something really exciting and new this year, we're gonna put in a distributor incentive. So if you're a distributor on-trade representative and you sign up a bartender and that bartender is chosen to come to Las Vegas, guess what? You're coming along with that bartender. We're gonna bring 5 distributor on-premise reps to Las Vegas next year as well to take part in our Duvel USA Perfect Pour contest. Another thing that makes Duvel so special is how it pairs with food. Now, I know what you're thinking. All beers pair with food. No, they don't. Not all beers have the carbonation that Duvel has that can clench your palate every time you take a bite of food. Drinking a Duvel while eating makes every bite simply delicious. That brings me to a new and exciting program that I like to call Duvel Delicious. Let's take a sneak peek at a video that will leave us all hungry.
We live in a world defined by repetition. But you trust your instincts. Your only guide is freedom. And your only imperative is passion. It's time to turn that passion into exclusive food experiences. Duvel Delicious is a daring new food concept that awakens all of your senses and unlocks exquisite Duvel moments to enjoy. It elevates every gathering into a genuine taste experience, inspiring you to go beyond your limits and into a brazen universe like you have never seen, smelled, or tasted before. Discover 100% bold and original recipes, imagined for you by talented young chefs who live and breathe Duvel, always looking for that unique twist that changes everything. All perfectly paired, of course, with yet another spectacular glass of Duvel. Duvel throws fuel on the fire of your passions and raises them to the next level.
So we'll start our Duvel Delicious program by working with cool and trendy chefs from across the country and making them official Duvel brand ambassadors. We'll work with these chefs on digital content as they create recipes to pair with Duvel on their menus. We'll have Duvel branded chef coats, kitchen tools, and other items to make these chefs a true part of our family. Duvel beer dinners? Check. How about a private cooking class with these chefs? Check. Remember, it's all about creating special, unique experiences with Duvel. Okay, so we'll have our Duvel chefs showcasing great culinary experiences on our digital media channels. But what about the folks eating at home? We can't leave them out. How do we enhance that experience? Well, let me introduce you to Duvel Dinner in a Box. Duvel consumers will have the opportunity to elevate their at-home dining experience with gourmet meals that perfectly pair with Duvels. These meal kits will include all the ingredients and recipes to turn anyone into a gourmet chef. We will also include tasting notes and explain why this meal is a perfect match for Duvel. What a way to elevate your at-home dining experience with Duvel. The final piece of the Duvel Delicious program is the at-home cookout with your friends. If you want to own beer, you better be able to elevate your at-home cookout. And to do that, we have these really cool Bonfouet grills from Europe, something like nobody's seen here in the US. We're gonna be giving these guys away all next year. To show you what I mean and to see this grill in action, let's head to my backyard and create an elevated Duvel cookout experience.
Hey, Brian, thanks for the invite. What is this cool grill you're cooking on?
This is cool. I've never seen one of these before.
This is a Duvel Bonfouet grill. It's something unlike anybody's ever seen in the US. It's both a flat top and a grill all in one, something that'll totally elevate your outdoor grilling experience in only a way Duvel can. And the best part about it, it looks nice in your yard. My wife actually likes it in our yard.
Where can I get a grill like this? Chef Reams.
We're actually going to be giving these away next year as part of our Duvel Delicious program, where consumers can enter to win this Bonfouet grill. We'd love to execute this in all off-trade chains.
Especially grocery chains.
Absolutely, Jimmy. That's the idea. That's where we want this program really to live. We can tie in gift cards to that grocery retailer where lucky consumers can get all their grilling items and win this grill all in one.
How do I sign up?
We'll do a consumer sweeps program in our off-trade chains with QR codes. Consumers simply scan the QR code. It takes you to a Duvel.com landing page. You enter your information, and just like that, you enter to win. But actually, guys, I got to get back to the stage and finish the presentation. Mark, how about you take over, but do me a favor, save me a plate and save me a Duvel.
Yes, Chef.
Cheers, guys. I can't wait to finish up today so I can get back to that delicious food and the delicious Duvel. Our Duvel Delicious program can win with food as we have all aspects covered. And we also have great everyday tools for you to win in your market. All these items will be available for you to order in your markets with our Duvel Delicious program. Now I'm excited to talk about our last big activation pillar, and that is art. I'm pleased to announce that in 2023, we have secured a very exciting partnership with the late artist Rene Magritte. I know a lot of you may not recognize the name, but I'm sure you'll recognize the work. These famous pieces ring a bell? Rene Magritte was a Belgian surrealist artist who became well known for creating a number of witty and thought-provoking images. Magritte Clouds works are some of his most well-known pieces of art. And how cool is it that Duvel will replicate the Clouds work from Magritte and feature his style on our 750 bottles next year. Not only are we gonna feature Magritte's work on our 750 bottles and our packaging, we're also gonna activate this as we'll look to bring the original Magritte works to markets all around the US. So what does that look like? For starters, we're gonna take Duvel out of the bars and place it in high-end department stores in select markets with custom Magritte activations. This is a great example of Duvel meeting our consumers where they are. How fun will it be to shop for digs like this jacket and drink a Duvel at the same time? We'll also look to have exclusive Duvel-themed parties and art galleries where we can reinforce our art pillar with Duvel. Don't worry, if this activation is not in your market, we'll design a sweeps program with bottleneckers to hang on these cool bottles to promote this program where lucky consumers can win a trip to a market that does have this activation so they can experience a Duvel art party as well. In 2023, we'll have a true voice in art, and that is exciting. Staying on the art theme, I have to mention quickly that any market can sign up for custom Duvel art tulips. This is a perfect way to localize Duvel in your market. As you'll see, we have a current lineup of glasses launching in T1 of next year. That's gonna be outstanding. Please reach out to your local Duvel USA representative or me if you're interested in a local Duvel art tulip in 2024. Finally, before we finish with Duvel, I want to call out some fun innovation packages coming next year. In 2023, we'll have the 4+1 Duvel Discovery Pack. This pack will include 4 different beers: Original Duvel, Duvel 6.66, Duvel Triple Hop Citra, and how exciting, Duvel Triple Hop Cashmere, a beer we currently don't sell in the US. You'll want to order heavy on this package as it will fly off the shelf. We will also include these 4 beers in a Duvel Mixed 12-pack next year. That's gonna be exciting. And of course, our Import Mixed 20-pack will return as well for clubs. Well, that wraps up our top-line strategy for Duvel in 2023. Please be on the lookout for our trimester planning decks and our playbooks, as we'll have many other programs in 2023 that I did not have time to cover today. I hope you feel as good as I do with the innovation, the programs, and the tools to have your best year ever with Duvel. Now let's switch gears to talk about a brand that just can't stop growing. It's kind of crazy that a brand that grows so quick and so fast features small gnomes on the package. I'm talking about Shoof, and that again is having a record year thanks to all of your help. To think this brand is growing so quickly, but is still only roughly half the distribution of Duvel is crazy. Imagine the results when we match the Shoof distribution with Duvel. And that's where it should be. And that's the goal as we continue into next year. Speaking of distribution, let me remind everyone of our Shoof lineup in the US. We have La Shoof is our workhorse. Cherry Shoof showing great results as it continues to drive up the charts. Houblon Shoof and Mixed Shoof round out our year-round offerings of this awesome brand. We'll also have a few limited releases that include Nice Shoof, Shoof Soleil, a new one, and our 4+1 gift pack. That's the Fine Marcel pack that should be hitting shelves soon that I think is gonna be awesome. Now, one call I wanna mention, and that's back to Shoof Soleil. We tested this brand in Wegmans this summer. It's a sunshine beer, so it's our summer seasonal, to great results. I'm excited to say we will have that beer available nationwide next year for all of you to add a little sunshine to your markets. So what's the plan for 2023 with Shoof? The plan is really to stick to what we've been doing. For programming, we want to keep it fun and silly and drive trial in the on-trade, and in the off-trade, it's all about distribution. So on-trade programs available for your teams to execute include the return of the world's smallest toast. What a fun way to have fun with Shoof and drive some trial of this brand. Now that the on-premise is back, it's the perfect time to execute this really fun promotion. Shoof Fest, Gnome Weeks, also great platforms for you to execute in your markets. You can execute both of these any time frame, any day of the week, multiple accounts. You pick and choose a time frame that works best for you. We'll have the tools to support it. We will continue a full lineup of point of sale and tools to drive awareness in both the on and off trade. This brand is so much fun to bring to life at retail. And I want to make sure your teams have all the right tools. Now, although Shoof is silly and fun, I do want to remind all of us that the liquid is serious. It's delicious, and it can play in any account setting. Neighborhood bar, yes. High-end restaurant, of course. A liquor store, chain account, works in both. Please look for any and all opportunities for this brand to get it in front of customers everywhere. So who's ready to have some fun in 2023 with Shoof? I'm excited to work with all of you as we continue the rapid growth of this brand in the US. So that wraps up my time today on imports. Be sure to look through our entire ABP deck, as there's a lot more information in there for you and your teams. We have many great programs that I didn't even have time to discuss today. So you have everything you need to win next year. Thanks again to all of you for your help as we continue to grow our Duvel USA import brands together. I'm excited for what the future holds. I'm excited to work with all of you, and I can't wait to have another fantastic year. Thank you.
Imports Update with Ryan Reeves and Bobby Dykstra.
All right, thank you. Welcome to the Imports Update. I'm Brian Reeves.
And I'm Bobby Dykstra. We're here for the third virtual Duvel USA National Sales Meeting. We just couldn't resist making a trilogy because trilogies have historically gone very well.
Here are the top headlines for imports. Perhaps the biggest news is that Duvel in 2022 was up double digits. This is especially impressive considering we've only received 10% of our shipments.
Also in the news this year was friend of Duvel, PGA player Sam Ryder. Famously, Sam hit a hole-in-one at the Phoenix Open. Equally impressive, Brian Reeves, pictured here, was hitting his very first hole-in-one on the 18th hole, right past the windmill.
Still riding that high. Big day. In health and beauty news, Mick Jagger revealed the secrets to his youthful longevity. The rocker credited drinking Duvel to be part of his daily routine. At just 79 years old, Jagger admits that the longevity may be also tied to a deal he made with the devil.
This year, Duvel reported some of the best growth trends in high-end beer. We continued to be the category captain at Whole Foods, and the brand has officially become the top-selling high-end Belgian multi-pack, finally topping longtime category leader Jean-Claude Van Damme.
This year, Duvel has announced the launch of a new culinary program called Duvel Delicious. The initiative aims to pair the delicious beer with well-crafted recipes concocted by some incredible Epicurean minds, finally proving once and for all that beer does, in fact, pair well with food. This summer, Duvel launched its biggest innovation in years, Duvel 6.66, a new year-round hoppier version of Duvel with a lower ABV and one that pours on any draft system. Here to talk more about Duvel 6.66, the ambassador.
Hey, Bobby, Brian, good to see you boys.
Hey, how has your summer been?
Oh man, I've been so busy. Keeping gas prices up, putting commercials on Netflix, and maintaining aluminum shortages. It's been taking up a lot of my time. But what I'm most excited about is Duvel 6.66, which I actually had nothing to do with.
Well, tell us more about that and less about what else you've been up to.
Oh, it's a Duvelish combination of soft bitterness and refreshing fruitiness from orange zest and 6 different hop varieties. Fun fact about me, it's pretty hot in my hometown, so I like to enjoy a refreshing beverage every once in a while. This one has the recognizable character of a classic Duvel, but it's more accessible. And a fun 6.66% ABV. Oh, it's heavenly.
Heavenly. That's a lot of good news from someone in your profession.
Speaking of, I need you to call your grandmother about her car warranty expiring.
My grandmother doesn't even have a car.
Doesn't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ambassador.
Earlier this summer, we had a Duvel 6.66 launch party in Columbus, Ohio, where nearly 800 Duvels were consumed in one evening. On an unrelated note, sales of Tylenol have spiked in Columbus, Ohio, increasing by 666%.
Not related at all. Finally, in other import news, Brasserie des Shoof continues its rapid growth, growing by 25% this year. At this rate, by 2032, Marcel may not be able to be contained.
All of that growth, and we're still only at half the distribution of Duvel. Let's make new headlines next year by growing our imports together.
Well, that's all the time we have for Imports Update. I'm Brian Reen.
And I'm Bobby Dykstra.
Good night.
Good night.
Everyone, I'm excited to speak with you today about our beloved brewery, Ommegang. It is a special place where we make special beers, and I know a lot of you have had the opportunity to visit our brewery, but for those of you who haven't, I put together a little video to show you our slice of heaven.
Just outside of legendary Cooperstown, near the headwaters of the Susquehanna, it's here, in a quiet corner of New York State, that we brew Ommegang beer. For more than 20 years, our brewers have taken the pristine water of the Catskill Mountains, the highest quality grains, hops from local farms, and our house yeast, to brew, to sip, to savor, to share. Come together and raise a glass, to friends, to neighbors, to the art of balance in beer. Join us at Brewery Ommegang, where heaven met earth and stayed a while.
Wow, what a beautiful place to make beer. However, making great beer is not all that we are known for in Cooperstown. We also love to host great concerts and have become a favorite stop for many well-known performers. In fact, we are coming off one of our best summers of all time with the Ommegang concert series. Let's take a look at a few of the highlights from this year. We hosted 5 shows and 10 of thousands of our closest friends. We kicked the summer off with back-to-back nights of Avett Brothers over Memorial Day weekend. We stepped out of our genre of comfort zone as the Bleachers brought down the house in late July. Wilco returned after a 10-year hiatus, and Lord Huron rounded out this summer with their indie rock sound in August. We're already planning our 2023 concert series, and I look forward to sharing those plans early next year. Not only did we have a great year at the brewery, we also had a great year at retail with all of your help. Let's talk about a few big wins we accomplished together. The on-premise bounced back in a big way. The first half of 2022, we gained nearly 600 points of distribution. The OMG brands established themselves as a relevant series in 2022. These brands brought the brewery to new occasions and new consumers, and the OMG now accounts for over 50% of our brewery's sales. Turning our focus to media, how about our Buzz Budget results? Our collaborative efforts behind the Buzz Budget dollars are working. In fact, for the first half of 2022, our overall page views were up around 20% versus the same time frame in 2021. We've even taken a step into the Snapchat realm with our very own concert filter. This is a great way to bring Ommegang concert experience directly to our fans. The best news is that the Beer Finder searches are showing an increase of 25%, so that not only our loyal fans are engaging with us, they're headed out to retail to purchase the beer off the shelves. Thanks again for your support on the Buzz Budget and helping consumers find our beer in your markets. Enough about 2022, let's take a look at the exciting plans we have in store for 2023. When we started developing the roadmap for 2023 this year, we made the decision that any future innovation and programming would fall into brand pillars. This new process would put an end to interruption and noise and guarantee that everything we do rolls into the bigger picture. That was best for the growth of our brands. Let's take a look at our 4 brand pillars: 3 Philosophers, OMG Series, Belgian Inspired, and Home Market. Let's start with 3 Philosophers, a brand that we have to re-engage beer drinkers with. It's just too important to all of us, and it's not only one of the most complex and best tasting beers out in the market, it's a very profitable beer for all of us as well. How do we re-engage 3 Philosophers? Well, we're going to give 3 Philosophers some new news and a new bubbly twist, one we think that will bring new drinkers to us. I'm excited to introduce our new Nitro 3 Philosophers. A beautiful 16-ounce can in draft that will add a smooth texture and lively body to the already flavorful brew. This new variant will sit nicely on the shelf next to 3 Philosophers 12-ounce bottles and encourage side-by-side comparisons starting in March of 23. Look for a new disruptive can that will re-engage our current consumers while attracting new ones. We've also engaged one of the top beer agencies in the US to help develop new messaging and retail programming. Please be on the lookout, as we will have these plans ready before next year. Three Phils is a brand we must all win with in 2023. From the Belgian-inspired Pillar comes a brand new year-round barrel-aged beer, and I'm excited to present Manhattan Shine. The brewers have been hard at work creating this beer, an amber ale with notes of cherry and orange. This brew will head into aged whiskey barrels later this fall, taking up the characteristics of everyone's favorite classic cocktail that hails from our home state of New York. Manhattan Shine will be ready just in time for the cool, crisp September autumnal nights. In our Heritage line, our first limited release will be a triple fruited triple, a fruited feast for the senses. Delightful aromas of ripe peach, creamy mango, juicy orange, with a hint of carbonation to tickle the nose. 3 fruits, 3 times added to a balanced blend of citrusy hops make each sip more refreshing than the last. While complemented by a vibrant ginger hue, sitting nicely at 9% ABV, triple fruited triple makes for an easy drinking ale that's juicy and smooth. Brewery Ommegang has a history of delivering impactful collaborations, and this will hold true for 2023 as we leverage our partnership with New Belgium Brewing Company. New Belgium Brewing Company's 2021 GABF Gold-winning Belgian-style triple will get a new twist this coming June, with the addition of Brewery Ommegang's signature house yeast and a modern-day twist with new-age hops and techniques that will impart a citrusy sweet palate while maintaining the warm, strong, boozy bite that this beer has been admired for since 1992. As we think about October, November, and December next year, our fan favorite holiday release, Everything Nice, will make its annual return just in time for the holidays. To jog your memory, this is our Belgian-style blonde, lightly dusted with the spices of the season, cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg, the perfect pairing for holiday tables. The pre-orders for 2022 grew over 15% than the previous year, and I can't wait to see how these orders grow again in 2023. Now, let's spend some time on our OMG series and the exciting news we have on this part of our business. The OMG series is anchored with our top-selling Neon Rainbows. This beer continues to grow with all of your help. We have an award-winning can design and the great liquid from our brewers that makes this hazy New England-style IPA stick out from all the rest. We will continue to invest behind the brand in 2023 with new digital marketing, updated POS, and messaging to engage new consumers and bring trial to this great beer. One key program I hope we can all get behind next year is our Pride program that we want to leverage Neon Rainbows with. Neon Rainbows is partnering with True Colors United to help raise awareness and money for LGBTQ+ causes. Neon Rainbows should be in distribution in all LGBTQ+ accounts, not only during Pride Month, but all year round. We have a full lineup of Pride-themed POS for you and your teams to activate. This is a great initiative that you can easily localize for your market. Please reach out to your Duvel USA rep for more details. Uprocks.com voted Neon Rainbows the #1 New England-style IPA that you can find almost anywhere. Neon Rainbows beat out national players like Hazy Little Thing and Sloop Juice Bomb. For next year, instead of almost anywhere, let's get this beer everywhere. Moving on to another year-round beer in our OMG series, and that is Dream Patch, the fruited sour beer. And no, you aren't dreaming, and yes, it's true, not all sours are created equal. This beer originates from Belgium and our world-famous Liefmans brewery. We then tanker this beer over and package it in our beautiful cans in New York. Dream Patch is long-aged in copper vats and stainless steel, adding cherry, blueberry, and raspberry, adding deeper complexity to the flavor, With Leafman's time-tested process, the fruit in Dream Patch is noticeably at the forefront of this sour. Dream Patch hit the shelves in July, and quickly consumers were loud in how great this beer is. A few examples of what they are saying. Everything Ommegang does is dreamy. Berry Sour Patch Kids meets Brett beer. Why did I not know this existed? Let's work together and make sure Stephanie P. knows this beer exists, along with all the other beer drinkers in the US. This beer will pull off the shelves as its colorful design will intrigue all beer shoppers. And we all know that when you try a beer from Ommegang, you will like it and you'll buy it again. We have a full range of POS, merchandise tools to help you color up the beer shelves and make this beer stick out. Let's dream big together and make this a big play for the rest of the year in 2023. We have winners with Neon Rainbows and Dream Patch, but as you know, three's a charm, and we can't sit still. You know who else can't sit still? Cooper. I know you're all thinking, who the hell is Cooper? Cooper is our friendly mascot at the brewery who always gets himself into a little trouble, but still having a little fun. But what Cooper really wants to have is his own beer. And guess what, Coop? You're gonna get that wish. In 2023, we'll introduce Ommegang. Now, most of you remember, as this was a fan favorite beer back in the day at Ommegang. We are bringing this beer back in our OMG series with new contemporary graphics that are fun and playful on the outside, but serious on the inside with the juice. A treasured Belgian-style blonde that uses world-renowned yeast from Brasserie des Choufs, unique and flavorful with a big round body, full fine carbonation, and a bold 9.5 ABV. We will have advertising, POS, and tools to help you launch and activate this beer in any account setting. Coop can help you secure a March Madness feature or a baseball feature. Let Coop help you crank in that sought-after music account. He can play the guitar. How cool is it that this beer can command a high price point but can be accessible in any account? Let's work together to find Coop many homes in T1 next year. Let's spend some time on our great limited releases for next year. First, in January, we'll start with an Imperial Keep It Crunchy. This hearty granola stout is the perfect companion for your next outdoor adventure. Elaborate and flavorful, keenly suggested of the balanced complexity of Mother Nature. Be prepared to be elevated to chocolate foamy capped mountainous heights and with a new Imperial twist at 8% ABV. In April comes Frozen World, a double cold IPA. Easy drinking, hop forward ale that is crisper, cleaner, and more crushable like a lager. This is an emerging style, growing category, and on trend. Hop varieties blend well together with an overall lemon zest burst, Citra, Amarillo, and Cashmere. The 8% ABV of this double IPA will make it stand out in the market. In August comes your favorite, All Hallows Treat. Sweet and spooky like the perfect Halloween night, All Hallows Treat rekindles your favorite childhood memories. With each sip, you'll find aromas and flavors of dark chocolate, creamy peanut butter, and vanilla. 2022 brought the second largest pre-orders in history spread across 39 states. Let's top that in 2023. And we will finish the year off with a companion for everything nice. And that is everything naughty, of course. We will have some holiday fun in the OMG series, the perfect companion for misbehaving, a white chocolate imperial stout enhanced with cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla, our unruly take on eggnog. This is a limited lineup that will win during all months of 2023. You know what's really cool with our newest generation of young drinkers? Unique cross-branding partnerships. In 2023, not only are we going to have an awesome cross-branded partnership, but we're going to bring a virtual beer to real life. Let me tell you about the Guild Wars, an online role-playing game. Guild Wars has over 16 million active player accounts, with the majority of these accounts in the 21 to 34 age range, our sweet spot for new consumers. Using the well-known Guild Wars marks on our cans, we will bring Rit Lager Brim Stout to games everywhere. This beer is an aged, full-bodied brew that has slight coffee, vanilla, and pecan flavors with a caramel finish. We will have promotional tie-ins for game credits, and we will support this with a highly digital campaign to reach all players and create a demand for this product on the shelf. Well, I will close out today by laying out what winning looks like in 2023. First, let's re-energize Three Philosophers by adding a new twist, a nitro version. Doubling down on neon rainbows, OMG's #1 seller, continue to build distribution for Dream Patch. And let's make Ommegang our biggest launch in the OMG series. Who doesn't want Coop in their accounts? These, and along with our other initiatives in 2023, are a recipe for success. And I can't wait to take the ride with all of you as we move Brewery Ommegang into a bright future. Thank you.
OMG. Melissa, I can't believe it's almost 2023. OMG, we're here in Cooperstown, about to compete to be the world's first beer cheerleaders.
Beer leaders.
Are you ready to rock?
Let's kick it.
Ready? Okay. You may be good at football, you may be good at track, but when it comes to brewing, you better watch your back. OMG attack!
Woo! There's so much for us to be excited about in 2023. For example, Three Philosophers is finally turning 21.
It's legal to drink itself.
Not only can it drink itself, but it's got a new twist, nitro.
Nitro? Go Nitro! Give me an N. Give me an I.
Send that excitement to our distributors. Another exciting thing is our partnership with Guild Wars. They have 16 million players and 20 years of history. Did you know that their players spend an average of 10 hours a week online?
Oh, I love Guild Wars. I play like 10 hours a day.
You must be so good.
Not really. Melissa, will you tell me your top 3 priorities for 2023?
My paper smells like cherries, raspberries, and blueberries.
Dream Patch. Real berries.
Number 1, continue to place emphasis on our new highly drinkable sour, Dream Patch. Learn how to do the perfect cartwheel. Re-energize Three Philosophers with its new twist, Nitro Cans.
Love Nitro.
Read me your top 3 priorities.
Number 1, launch Ommegang, which is our biggest year-round innovation for Ommegang next year. Number 2, develop my calf muscles. Number 3, double down on neon rainbows as it continues to be our #1 brand.
Now's a great time to do our OMG cheer.
Let's kick it.
Woohoo!
Ready? Okay. Who's that brand that continues to grow? OMG. OMG. Who's that brand that's full of berries? OMG. OMG. Who's that brand that uprocks.com voted the #1 New England IPA you can find almost anywhere? OMG. OMG. Who's that brand with the gnome on the can? OMG. OMG. OMG! Woo! Let's do this! Wow, we are really good. When this whole beer leading thing works out, we should take this show on the road. Go to all the ABPs across the country.
Great idea. Let's go work on some more cheers.
Hi, everyone. It's so great to once again be here sharing Boulevard Beverage Company's plans and performance with you all. 2022 has been an exciting year to say the least, and we're so proud of what we've accomplished together. Last year, on this stage, I said that we planned for our Beyond Beer business to grow to 25% of Boulevard's overall volume. And this year, with your partnership, we've done just that. We've had a lot to celebrate with Boulevard and Duvel USA brands this year, and Quirk Hard Seltzer has certainly been one of the stars. Our 3 Quirk mix packs are all in the top 10 of our Duvel USA packages, and Berry and Botanical mix pack is our #1 package as a company. With an unprecedented amount of firepower and focus behind it, together we've grown Quirk into a serious contender in the FSB segment in the Midwest and the segment leader in our home market. In Fling Craft Cocktails, we committed to reconfiguring our portfolio, reformulating at the same time as rolling out impactful branding updates throughout this year. With an RTD segment that continues to pick up steam, we believe we now have the right offerings and partners to meet the RTD consumer. As we set our sights on 2023, we'll rally behind what we believe are our most rewarding endeavors, and we certainly don't intend on slowing down. With that, let's talk about Quirk. This February, we initiated our largest single brand campaign in Boulevard's history. Believing that we have the best tasting hard seltzer on the market and the momentum to capitalize on it, we embarked on what we called Project Q, with a mission to make Quirk a top-selling hard seltzer in the Midwest, otherwise known as the Quirkdom. By making significant investments in point of sale, advertising, and key market focuses, we've proven that hard Quirk pays off. Quirk has some of the best trends year over year of any top 25 seltzer, is on pace to grow 80%, is the #4 seltzer in the Midwest, #3 in Missouri, and the #1 seltzer in our home market. What an impressive feat. None of that would be possible without all of your hard work. So from everyone at Boulevard, thank you so much. The display activity this year has been spectacular, including nearly 19,000 cases on the floor during our Quirk cash incentive period. And we've supported the hard work from our collective sales teams through robust advertising efforts to grow Quirk awareness and encourage purchase. We started the year strong, lining up the launch of our Tropical Breeze mix pack with the debut of our 2022 Quirk commercial in Super Bowl 56, running in-game spots in 9 priority markets. And we followed up with commercial packages through our other sports sponsorships, and in April, we launched our largest digital media campaign ever. Through targeted YouTube, mobile video, cross-device displays, sponsored social media, and influencer partnerships, we've delivered more than 20 million impressions and driven 70,000 clicks to our retail finder page, driving shoppers to find Quirk at your local retailers. We've also coupled this with a robust billboard campaign across the Midwest all summer long and regular media and PR outreach. If our top potential drinker was in the Midwest this summer, they saw Quirk. We also know that sampling remains our single best selling tool, converting a consumer who sees a Quirk ad into a loyal fan. From tasting ratings, retailer feedback to fan fervor, the quality of our flavors is something we need to shout from the rooftops. Through the first 6 months of this year, we've executed more than 200 samplings in the Quirkdom, prioritizing key grocery retailers. Additionally, we sponsored events large and small all summer long, earning valuable trial. We know that sampling is a tactic that we must keep our focus on going into 2023, and we'll prioritize investing in these sampling campaigns and developing dynamic support tools. Quirk is one of the most significant innovations in our organization's history, and the best part is we still have plenty of room to grow. Let's get into our 2023 plans. In addition to this year's performance numbers, we've gained valuable insight into which initiatives can really move the needle for us, and we can use these learnings to be even more efficient and impactful next year. So in 2023, we'll focus on 4 key things: innovation, advertising, sampling, attention to Quirk. Where there is seltzer, there should be Quirk. We have incredible velocity, unmatched quality, and plenty of room to run for distribution. Once again, we're going to set the stage for a strong year by launching big innovation early. Last year, we introduced the Tropical Breeze mix pack in February, and this year, we're taking things to a whole new level. Introducing the Quirk Whip mix pack. If you've had a whip before, you know you love it. And if you haven't discovered it yet, you're welcome in advance. This nostalgic dessert gets a hard seltzer twist in our new year-round mix pack. Bursting with exciting fruit flavors provided by real fruit juice and complemented by a soft touch of vanilla, it'll make any party feel like an enchanted escape. Indulgent flavor meets lively carbonation and clean, crisp taste in our Quirk Whip mix pack. As we like to do with Quirk, we've taken traditional flavors such as pineapple and raspberry and given them a bit more personality. The Quirk Whip mix pack includes 3 cans each of pineapple orange whip, peach apricot whip, strawberry banana whip, and raspberry lime whip. It'll join our year-round mix pack lineup in February of 2023. And we'll support this launch through new dealer loaders, large display enhancers, digital media and TV, and our popular guarantee rebate, making an early appearance next year to drive trial of this new pack. But what is a whip, and how will this flavor translate to Quirk seltzers? Here's a taste of why we believe in this exciting innovation.
Ooh, man, that Hawaiian barbecue is great.
Well, I hope you all saved room for the best part.
Hey guys, here's your whips. 2 pineapple, that's our most popular flavor, and a couple raspberries. Enjoy.
Thank you.
What the is a whip?
A whip is a sought-after soft-serve treat that became famous at the happiest place on earth.
Hell yeah.
Adam, are you a Disney adult?
Proudly.
We've actually seen this whip craze hit the mainstream recently. You've got clone recipes all over the internet, restaurant chains offering them as their featured dessert, even whip trucks showing up at our favorite festivals.
Okay, I get that they're popular, but what makes them right for Quirk?
Great question. You know, Quirk has seen the velocity and consumer enthusiasm it has because it doesn't simply follow the pack. It's taken what's working and it's leveled up in exciting, creative ways. We've seen lemonade and punch trends in the FSB segment, and this is a similar approach, a more indulgent seltzer, but it feels really innovative and quirky.
This is taking me back to my childhood.
Exactly, Adam. 7 out of 10 consumers agree that they love flavors reminiscent of their childhood. We tapped into a similar energy this summer with the release of Raspberry Rocket Pop, our company's most successful seasonal in 2022.
This is incredible. I'm all about innovation, Allie. But tell me, how does this translate to Quirk hard seltzer?
The whip aroma and flavor imparts a subtle vanilla character that perfectly complements our famous real fruit combinations.
Hot dog! I can't wait to try them all.
So are the Quirks gonna be like creamy?
Not at all. Our whip flavors have the same light-bodied mouthfeel, bubbly carbonation, and clean taste that we've come to expect and love from our Quirk seltzers.
But I bet these are gonna be super sugary and really high in calories, right?
Get excited. Our whip flavors are gonna be 90 calories and less than 1 gram of sugar per can, made with real fruit juice and quality ingredients, just like the rest of our Quirk portfolio.
Whew, that's a relief.
Not the actual whips. The whips you're eating right now definitely have calories in them.
You know, I don't even care. I've never been this happy.
I haven't been this happy since I met Buzz Lightyear.
Okay, I'm sold.
This is gonna be our best innovation yet. The Quirk Whip Mix Pack is our first with a common element among all flavors. A similar approach to lemonade or punch FSB trends, but with a more unique and on-brand approach for Quirk. You'll notice, of course, that this mix pack looks and feels different than our other Quirk flavors up to this point. Colorful packaging breaks from our other Quirk mix pack and can designs, creating attention-grabbing shelf and display presence, and visually reflecting a new flavor direction. When this pack launches early next year, we need to work together to get it everywhere. Staying on innovation, we all remember this year's release of Raspberry Rocket Pop, and what a release it was. Let's shift gears to talk about our seasonal seltzers. Last year on this stage, we introduced Raspberry Rocket Pop with high hopes. To say that we met those hopes is an understatement. This limited 12-pack literally flew off the shelves this summer. During its run, it was our top-selling package as a company, and the amount of fanfare it received and dynamic display execution we saw at retail from all of you was nothing short of a phenom. We'll look to spark the same explosive enthusiasm next year while taking it to new heights. We'll bring back Raspberry Rocket Pop as a super seasonal, launching in April and intended to last through Labor Day weekend to hit every summer holiday. Rocket Pop will also get a design update for ultimate shelf disruption and display opportunity, and we'll introduce a 19.2-ounce single can for convenience and events. We look forward to making year 2 of this super seasonal just as firework-worthy. Looking to our key initiatives, Project Q.0 in 2023 will look to combine our key strategies of innovation, sampling, and attention with retail programming. We'll bring back the guarantee rebate in T1 to capitalize on playoffs and spring break around the launch of Quirk Whip Mix Pack. In T2, we'll leverage the foundation of assets we built around lake life at retail. And in T3, we'll focus on fall, football, and Quirk Tales, and we'll once again offer our limited cranberry apple cinnamon 12-pack, the perfect flavor for autumn evenings. All year long, we'll have fun on POS and digital media behind the mantra, Quirkin' for the weekend. The Quirk pun to rule them all that has really resonated with fans and can easily translate to game day activity, hosting at home, happy hours, and college market blitzes. We know T2 is prime time for seltzer sipping, and we've talked a lot about lakes in Project Q. Because who needs a beach? In the Midwest, lakes are a way of life, and Quirk is a key ingredient. This year, the Lake of the Ozarks was a key market for fueling Quirk growth. Tourism there continues to grow year over year, and visitors to the lake come from our largest markets. We capitalized on this opportunity through key venue and event sponsorships, targeted on-premise sampling and market-specific blitzes, and lots of advertising. Oh, and we also had a boat. We tripled our Quirk business at the Lake of the Ozarks this year. A huge credit to the teams on the ground there. And we know the impact on our business extended far beyond the water, as the trial and brand awareness at the Ozarks this summer traveled back to all of our key Quirk regions. But the Lake of the Ozarks is not the only lake in the Midwest, of course, and Quirk owning the lakes is a message we plan to bring to retail next year, with new display pieces, dealer loaders, and consumer-facing sweepstakes for lake experiences. We also saw fans gravitate toward our partnership with Dots Pretzels this summer, with thousands of consumers engaging in our cross-promotion in the digital channel. At retail, we earn grocery displays in key Midwest chains with our value offer off the purchase of Quirk and Dots together. We'll bring back this popular program all summer long in 2023. Like Quirk, Dots has built a growing brand around superior flavor, and our sales team will aim to build on the success we saw this year with this popular partnership. We'll support all of our efforts at retail by bringing the brand to life through a well-rounded media plan, including multiple TV campaigns, increased video content, continued out-of-home, and the launch of some new Quirk social media channels. Since Quirk's launch in 2020, we've promoted it through Boulevard Brewing's social media platforms, an online audience of nearly 500,000 strong, with loyal engagement across the Midwest region. This remains our best opportunity to regularly advertise Quirk and announce new products and events. But at the same time, as Quirk continues to grow, it is becoming a standalone brand that can live outside of the Boulevard umbrella. And we believe through some unique and new digital initiatives, we can speak to a new audience and deliver some of our most compelling content ever. In early 2023, aligned with the launch of the Whip Mix Pack, we'll roll out 2 new social strategies. The first will be a Quirk Instagram account exclusively featuring user-generated content. If you follow Boulevard, you likely have seen countless fan photos with Quirk. We'll use the best of these to generate an exciting new lifestyle account in a truly innovative way. Secondly, we'll explore a new Quirk-dedicated TikTok account. This is an opportunity to engage with new consumers on the world's most popular domain. Regular attention-grabbing video content will allow us to keep Quirk fresh and relevant in a highly engaged shopper base. We have lots of exciting things coming your way next year for off-premise, combined with awareness tactics to support. But we'll also continue to build on Quirk's on-premise opportunity, particularly Quirk on Draft. Cherry Blossom and Lime will continue to be our year-round driver of Quirk Draft business, but we'll pulse in seasonal offerings of Pineapple Orange Whip, Raspberry Rocket Pop, and Cranberry Apple Cinnamon throughout the year as rotating options. Quirk continues to be the best-performing draft seltzer available. With award-winning flavor, attractive color from real juice, and great presentation when poured over ice or in special glassware, we firmly believe Quirk can offer a unique draft experience. We'll develop new tools to support the on-premise next year, including new lit signage, a universal tap handle to allow for flavor rotation, and a point-of-sale suite highlighting our recommended serving standard, delicious on ice. Lastly, we have room to run in our 19.2-ounce single-serve lineup. We've seen great velocity from this package in grocery, convenience, and events, and venues where they are sold. Now we need the distribution gains to match. With a seasonal pulse of Raspberry Rocket Pop 19s and a year-long value offer on single cans, this is an opportunity we hope to expand upon next year. Our Quirk 2023 release and brand calendars consist of timely product releases, aligned value offers, and a robust suite of tools and swag for each trimester. Through innovation, advertising, sampling, and attention, we can't wait to see what we can accomplish together with Quirk Hard Seltzer in 2023. Shifting to Fling Craft Cocktails. We know that no segment is hotter than RTDs. We did the hard work this year of resetting and repositioning our portfolio, and we believe we now have some of the best tasting canned cocktails in the market. In 2023, we'll lean into our high ABV as a selling point and look to build existing brands to continue to grow distribution and velocity. We'll limit distractions and also utilize our strong distiller relationships to help grow brand awareness. The star of our 2022 Fling calendar was definitely Tequila Paloma. We believe this is our best tasting Fling cocktail to date, and positive consumer response and encouraging sales during its seasonal run support this. We'll add Tequila Paloma as a year-round 4-pack, creating a complete shelf set with 5 year-round cocktails, and we'll omit seasonal releases or mix packs. Tequila Paloma will continue to be available in our home region for the remainder of this year going into next, but we will pair Paloma with Boulevard Brewing's Southwest Boulevard for a strong spring-summer programming push. Fling can be a great display and value offer companion to seasonally aligned Boulevard beer and Quirk releases, and we'll have a suite of point of sale available for these pairings. We'll also shine a light on our high ABV positioning, rolling out our Make It a Double campaign, which will also tie back to year-long high dollar value offers. Lastly, we'll continue to deliver regularly sponsored digital ads and formed aligned lifestyle influencer partnerships. With our portfolio transitions completed in 2022, the year-round edition of Tequila Paloma and premium value offers on both Fling by itself and in seasonal pairings with Boulevard beers, we believe Fling cocktails can be a meaningful contributor to our portfolio and capitalize on the ever-growing consumer interest in this segment. With the continued growth and focus on Quirk Hard Seltzer and the repositioning of Fling Craft cocktails, we look forward to working with all of you in 2023 and providing you the products and brand tools to make our Boulevard Bev Co brands significant and fun contributors to both of our businesses. Thank you.
Welcome to Celebrity Jeopardy! I'm your host, Bobby Dykstra. Before we get started, I'd like to remind our contestants that we have a one Paloma policy here on the show. You can have one drink during the game. Now, let's meet our contestants. Returning, despite my sincere objections, is Brian Reams, Vice President of Marketing for Duvel USA.
It's not my name.
Whatever, Brian. Our next contestant is Allie Bush, Director for Boulevard. Welcome to the show, Allie.
Happy to be here, Bobby.
And lastly, Sean Connery.
You won't tell me how many to drink, Dykstra.
Let's take a look at our categories. Project Q. Fruits that end in pineapple. S words. States next to Kansas. Snacks. Raspberry Rocket Pop, where all the answers are Raspberry Rocket Pop. Brian, choose our first category.
I'll take states next to Kansas for 400.
This is the home state of Quirk Hard Seltzer. Brian.
What is Gulf of Mexico?
That is not a state. Allie.
What is Missouri? Quirk became a top 3 seltzer in Missouri this summer, top 5 in the Midwest, and number 1 in Kansas City.
Allie, you still have the board.
I'll choose snacks for 200.
The Quirk's Hard Seltzer partner Dots makes this snack. Sean.
What is pretzel?
Wow, that is somehow right.
Well, you can't fool me, Puzzle Master. I know that pretzel is just seltzer spelled backwards.
No, it's not. Where did you get that hat?
Found in the podium. It's funny. It's a big hat.
Mr. Connery, please proceed.
I'll take swords for $1,000,000, Dykstra.
It's S words for 200. This category is 25% of Boulevard's total volume. Sean?
What is saber?
I told you it's S words, not swords. Brian?
Machete.
Not a sword, and it didn't begin with an S.
Who said it had to begin with S?
That's the category. Allie.
What is seltzer? As in Quirk Hard Seltzer. No, it's hard to believe that Quirk has been around for less than 3 years and is already nearly a quarter of Boulevard's overall business. And we're on pace to grow by 80% this year.
My hat also grew 80% this year. It's a big hat.
Moving on. Allie, you continue to have the board.
I'll choose fruits that end in pineapple for 600, Bobby.
This fruit is famously used in Dole Whips. No. Allie?
What is pineapple? We'll actually be introducing an entire hard seltzer mix pack inspired by this tasty dessert in our Quirk Whip Mix Pack. With nostalgic flavor, colorful new packaging, and our famous real fruit, I think it's gonna be our best innovation yet.
That sound means it's time for Final Jeopardy. Let's take a look at today's question. This cocktail is made of tequila, grapefruit, and lime. Just write the name of the drink. In fact, Sean, you're having one right now. It starts with a P. It ends with a Loma. It's spelled P-A-L-O-M-A. Paloma. That is the answer, Paloma. Let's see Brian's answer. Still not right. And you wagered a big hat. Sean, margarita. Wow, surprisingly relevant. And you wagered Ville. Margaritaville. Not a drink, not a place. That, of course, is the hit song by Jimmy Buffett from 1977. Let's see Allie's answer. Paloma. Why, that's right. And you wagered 365 points.
That's correct, because our Tequila Paloma is going to be available 365 days a year next year. It'll join Blood Orange Vodka Soda, Vodka Lemonade, Margarita, and Mai Tai in our year-round lineup of Fling 4-packs.
Well, that does it for today. Please join me next time on Jeopardy with our returning champion, Allie Bush, and thankfully, not these other two bozos. Good night.
We're back for year 3, and what a great year it's been so far. Our largest volume brand, unfiltered wheat, is up. Space Camper has delivered double-digit growth year over year. Our award-winning barrel aging program continues to grow. Here in KC, Southwest Boulevard and dynamic sports marketing have provided some amazing opportunities. Tank 7 saw amazing performance during COVID, but the package has seen some recent softness. But in 2023, we'll shift this momentum with the introduction of 2 variants and a 360 media campaign. Let's get started. When looking at our plans, with any new innovation, design exploration, or new or continuing programs, we ask ourselves, what brand does this roll up to? And how does it support it? This new strategy allows us to eliminate distractions and figure out how it works in the grand scheme of things. We've broken down our priorities into brand pillars, allowing us to have a renewed focus on not only what works, but where does it work best. Our pillars are Tank 7, barrel-aged beers, Space Camper, unfiltered wheat, and last but not least, home market. Let's start with Tank 7. Tank 7 has always been hard to explain, but easy to enjoy. In 2023, we will reinvigorate enthusiasm for our acclaimed Saison and invite a new generation of fans through innovation and advertising focus. This year, we launched Tank 7 in a 12-ounce can, tying to the mysterious origins of Tank 7. This new look of the 12-ounce can will be carried over to the 16-ounce can next year, while also freshening up the look of Tank 7 bottles. Tank 7 will get a couple of shelf mates next year in the form of 2 new variants. I'd like to introduce our first one, Tank 7. You know, Tank 7 was on the forefront of innovation by dry hopping a style that is traditionally free of hop flavor and aroma. Next year, we're doubling down. Tank 7 will be available in 12-ounce 6-packs in the spring with an approachable 7% ABV and will offer the same complex drinkability of the original while punching up the aroma with strong pine and dank hoppiness. We've always positioned Tank 7 as the beer to take with you to family gatherings around the holiday season with our Thanksgiving programming. Next year, when the weather changes and we turn towards the holiday season, you'll have another reason to include this brand for your festive dinners with the introduction of a fall variant, a limited 12-ounce bottle, Cranberry Tank 7. Can a beer be top shelf, but also tailgate worthy? Some of the best things in life are the hardest to explain and the easiest to enjoy. Tank 7 is effortlessly distinguished and casually refined. Our initiatives next year include a fresh awareness campaign that will speak to Tank 7's versatility. We'll be focused heavily on an advertising campaign executed through targeted social, point of sale, and out of home. 5 stars or dive bars? Cheers. BYOB or VIP? Exactly. Button down or tank top? You betcha. Vacation or staycation? See you there. Tank 7 in a can for a backyard barbecue, Tank 7 in the bottle for a night on the town. Either way, Tank 7 takes you there. Speaking of take you there, this year, Boulevardia came back in a big way, and next year, we'll employ sweeps and incentives to bring consumers, retailers, wholesale partners to enjoy all that our signature event has to offer, from a 5-star beer dinner to phenomenal food trucks, national big-name bands, and the region's largest exclusive beer fest.
In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. I'm coming out tonight. I'm coming out tonight. Coming out tonight. I'm coming out tonight. I'm coming out tonight. I'm coming out tonight. I'm coming out tonight. Okay. All right. It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Hey everybody, Julie and I are here at our Pop-Up Nation, our 2-day Music Fest, Beer Fest, and next year we want you to be here with all of them. With year-round programming starting in the spring, with the Tank 7 Takes You There campaign, you'll see celebratory programming around Tank 7's birthday in the summer, and Thanksgiving and fall holiday value offers towards the end of the year, including a stronger focus on the on-premise, with Tank 7 as the official beer of happy hour. We'll support with new tools such as this Tank 7 bar clock, new engaging LED sign, and a refresh on all Tank 7 equity items. In addition to Tank 7 and our holiday cranberry Tank 7, You'll see a new year-round shelf companion in the form of a Belgian-style double wit with orange peel, coriander, peppercorn, and a touch of lavender. Joker's Wit is an approachable yet complex, beautiful, refreshing, and highly drinkable Belgian-style ale, delightfully spiced, clocking in at 8% ABV. Joker's Wit brings together and leverages Tank 7's complexity, Zone Wit Beer's delicate drinkability, and a regional fan fervor for two Jokers. The playful brand identity aligns to the mysterious and mischievous members of our year-round Smokestack series. It's no surprise that our highly rated and award-winning barrel aging program continues to grow. In 2023, we'll start a renewed focus on a segment that is now more than 10% of our total volume, starting with a packaging update across all of our year-round barrel aging beers. Bourbon Barrel Quad and Whiskey Barrel Stout will get a facelift to increase legibility, and all of our 4-pack carriers will include a QR code to drive our barrel aging storytelling content. We'll continue to innovate with our barrel aging program beginning in February with a bourbon barrel aged churro and imperial brown ale. In March, we'll bring back proper pour. It'll be the same base beer, but this time aged in Cabernet barrels. In the fall, we'll kick off barrel aging season with a barrel aged Doppelbock, followed by the return of our wildly popular barrel aged mix pack, featuring the return of crowd pleasers, Plaid Habit and Brandyland, and one brewer's choice, a barrel aged coffee porter. We've always talked about the best way to engage consumers, educate retailers, and excite our distributor partners. And next year, we're making this a reality with a video series called Q&A with Q&A, featuring our barrel aging program manager, Quinn Reeder, and yours truly. We'll discuss barrel aging over barrel aged beers. Here's a peek at the first episode.
Today we're talking about our barrel aged beers. What started with just 2 whiskey barrels has now grown to this massive warehouse with an inventory of over 5,000 whiskey barrels. Today kicks off a series of videos called Q&A with Q&A, where I sit down with our barrel program manager, Quinn Reeder, where we're gonna sit, discuss, and drink some of these amazing barrel-aged beers. Let's go find Quinn.
I'm Adam Hall, brand manager of Boulevard Brew Company, and with me is Quinn Reeder, our barrel aging program manager. Barrel aging is a big part of what we do. What started as just a couple of barrels over 15 years ago has now grown to be 10% of our total volume. Quinn, we're in this massive warehouse surrounded by 5,000 whiskey barrels that will eventually become part of our year-round barrel aging program. These 3 beers, which we make year-round now. Can you tell us a little bit about the barrel aging process and what it takes to make a great barrel aged beer?
So every one of our year-round barrel aged beers starts out with a great base recipe that we brew specifically for the barrels that we'll be aging that beer into. After that, we select certain spirit barrels for each one of these beers for the taste. And then the biggest component of our barrel aging program is time.
So when you mentioned time, and that is a big part of it, can you give us an idea of how long it takes from brewing that great base beer to putting that beer into bottles?
So for most of our spirit barrel aged beers, it'll live in a barrel from anywhere from 8 to 12 months. We also have a couple of beers in here that have been in spirit barrels for 2 years.
Whoa.
When it comes to our sour program, we can age those beers up to 3 years, depending on whenever it's giving us the taste that we want.
So speaking of tasting and consistency, 2 big parts, are you telling me that you and your team have to taste each one of these barrels?
Every single one of these barrels that comes out of this facility is tasted by one of us.
That sounds like a rough job.
Yeah, there's definitely worse ways to make money, but whenever you have to drink Whiskey Barrel Stout or BBQ, uncarbonated at cellar temperature, it is quite the chore for sure.
Well, I think that it is work worth doing, and would you say it's aged to perfection?
It is definitely aged to perfection. The biggest thing about whenever we're making our year-round series is that we need to age and blend and taste to ensure the consistency of each one of these beers. We'll release any one of these beers throughout the year and multiple times, so we want a customer to get the same product they're going to get from batch to batch, which is a hard thing to achieve when barrel aging is part of the factor.
Well, you achieve it very well, man. Cheers to you. Q&A with Q&A will be a series of educational videos about our expansive and elite barrel aging program, plus informational videos for each of our year-round barrel aging offerings. Each Barrel Age Limited will get its own episode as well and will be used in targeted ads for consumers, as well as a tool for the sales team to use when talking to retailers. Next year, you'll see a new host of programs and tools, including a consumer sweepstakes to win a limited Boulevard branded whiskey barrel and retail tools focused exclusively on our barrel aging program. We've been inside for a while. How about we take a trip outside? Join me. Back in 2019, we launched one of our most successful beers to date. And since then, we've managed to make a franchise out of Space Camper with a rogues gallery of rotating heroes, and even one villain, Major Volta. As a result of having an incredibly drinkable IPA and its supporting cast of seasonal rotators, Space Camper has become the #1 IPA in our home market and has experienced double-digit growth year over year. This year, we gave Space Camper a bit of a facelift, and by now, you'll have seen this new look pass through your warehouses. The design update to cans and wraps was created to increase legibility and allow for more impact of the illustrations. We've also added QR codes to every package, which will direct customers to a landing page with information and rotating value offers and programs. 2 years ago, we furthered our exploration of Space Camper with the introduction of rotating seasonal lineup with 12-ounce six-packs of innovative IPAs. Next year, we're going bigger, literally. The Space Camper Rotator Series in 2023 will be comprised of 3 seasonal releases in 16-ounce cans. Blasting off in the spring is the introduction of Cybersonic Sea Hops, a double IPA. Cybersonic Sea Hops features the powerhouse hop varieties of Cascade, Chinook, and Centennial, delivering big West Coast vibes. We'll continue this high ABV IPA series in the summer with a modern take on the classic double IPA. Rounding out the series in the fall, you'll see a Black Rye double IPA. 2 years ago, I was on the moon. Last year, on Mars. This year, we're coming back to Earth, the only planet with beer. Our sustainability initiatives will come back and be featured heavily on the packaging of our new double IPA series. Each pack will highlight our partnership with Bridging the Gap, working to make Earth sustainable by connecting the environment, economy, and community. Our campaign in 2023 will be to drive education on how fans can enlist in the fight to save the Earth. All of our double IPA 4-packs will feature rotating tips from Bridging the Gap, small ways that we can make a difference every day. In February, you'll see tips about greening up your city. May will focus on water conservation, and in August, the feature cause will be weatherization. The on-pack QR code will send consumers to a landing page with more ways that you can help and to learn more about Bridging the Gap's important work. Next year, we'll support Space Camper and her mission with new display tools and equity items, such as a branded tent, sleeping bag, and fun dealer loaders like telescopes. But I'm most excited to tell you about our latest partnership with a Kansas City company called Campanall. The Campanall is a custom-built sport trailer crafted with groundbreaking technology and built with wood from 100% self-sustaining forests. It's virtually indestructible and made with the same materials that are used in Learjet fuselages and created by NASA. It's the only sport camper rated for space. It's lightweight and durable and can be towed behind any mid-size SUV. Our partnership with Campanall will be on a mission throughout the Midwest galaxy from April to September. The Space Camper will be available for event activations, key samplings and promotions, influencer content, consumer giveaways, and incentives to win a weekend in the Campanall trailer. There will be marketing and retailer custom program opportunities all summer long. With new Space Camper variants, 2 impactful partnerships focusing on saving and exploring the Earth. Together, we can keep this rocket going to infinity and beyond.
Boulevard Brewing Company is revealing one of our most beloved and closely guarded secrets, the recipe for Boulevard unfiltered wheat. You ready? Here we go. Water, grain, hops, yeast. Wait, hold on, that can't be it. That's not a secret. Water, grain, hops, yeast, Yeah, no, that's it. That's all it takes to make the Midwest's favorite craft beer. The recipe in this bottle is the same as it was over 30 years ago. The secret is, there is no secret. It's just that good.
This year, we embarked on a new look of wheat, and it's safe to say that redesign is working. Cans are up 12%. 12-pack bottles are up a whopping 31%. In fact, the overall wheat brand family is up almost 8%. Yes. We're gonna keep that momentum going next year with driving consumers to rediscover our citrusy staple. You'll see new programming, point of sale, retail tools, all leaning heavily on this fresh new look of unfiltered wheat. Next year, you'll see the return of wildly popular grapefruit wheat. In the fall, you'll meet the newest member of our wheat brand family, strawberry wheat. Coinciding with all of this is our continued focus on regional advertising and in-store sampling. Next year will be year 2 of our community engagement program, Wheat the People, where we recognize unfiltered kindness in your communities. This year was a grassroots program, but next year we'll be tying it with a stronger focus to retail and chain programming. Our Protect Your Tailgate program went live in August with sponsored video content, a Jack Stack barbecue feature, a charitable tailgate gala featuring our newest player ambassador, offensive lineman Creed Humphrey. Next year, we're thinking even bigger. Next year, we'll continue our partnership with the Kansas City Royals with activations in relevant markets. In the outer markets, we're gonna run a sweeps to bring lucky consumers to Kansas City to win a beer, barbecue, and baseball experience. All year, we'll support those programs with new point of sale, lit signs, and apparel for 2023. You know, this year, we started our budding relationship with the Kansas City Current, our trailblazing National Women's Soccer League team, with Teal Rising Proud Pilsner. Next year, Teal Rising is gonna be back with special event retail samplings, digital marketing targeting the Kansas City Current's hyper-engaged social audience, all while pursuing player ambassador opportunities. You know, this year, our partnership kickoff event was picked up by Yahoo News and delivered to an audience of over 13 million.
Hot dog.
Indeed. We have the momentum to grow with the redesign, the return of grapefruit wheat, the introduction of strawberry wheat, a well-rounded sports marketing program. With this all-star lineup of beers and you as our offensive team, 2023 is gonna be a winning season. Thank you. Cheers. Boulevard has been brewing beer for almost 33 years, and the beer that started it all, local fan favorite Boulevard Pale Ale, will see a special 2023 run of a retro packaging inspired by the original label and a logo aligning with the success of the unfiltered wheat design. With Stranger Things, Trapper Keeper, starter jackets, the 80s and 90s are back. And with that in mind, we will focus on throwback point of sale, including signage, swag, feeling fine since '89, and be on the lookout for our Guy Snacks and Pale Ale potato chip partnership. No beer in 2022 started and put out more fires than the introduction of Southwest Boulevard, our crisp lager with a hint of lime and a touch of salt. February, we'll see the year-round launch of this thirst-quenching beer in 6-packs, 12-packs, draft, and a new 19.2-ounce can. Starting in the spring, we will shout from our green roof that this former seasonal favorite will be around all year with new point of sale, including a lit sign, tortilla chip paper, branded pitchers, lime cutting boards, and Boulevard Spanish language equity signage. Another new innovation for our home market will be the introduction of a light body crisp lager to replace KC Pills and to use as a tool in our sports marketing efforts launching next year. There will be 2 packaging changes throughout the year. This spring secondary package will be blue to tie into the Kansas City Royals. In the fall, we'll see red outer wraps to take advantage of fall football displays. Our sour series is also going to get a little bit of a shakeup. We'll see the return of remarkably drinkable Tropic Slam in March, build on the enthusiasm of Mango Jungle when it returns in July. Berry Noir will take a step back out of the year-round and move into our sour offering in the winter months. Tropic Slam and Mango Jungle will move into Berry Noir's UPC. Our year-round core seasonals will also get a bit of a shakeup with the return of our wildly popular Ginger Lemon Radler as our core summer seasonal. GLR is one of our most requested beers on social media, so now, at GLR You Kidding Me can relax and enjoy his most favorite beer ever. Fans of Zone will still have an opportunity to enjoy this amazing award winner as an inclusion in our Spring Adventure 12-pack, along with Southwest Boulevard and 2 Brewer's Choice offerings. 2022 was a great year, and next year will be even better. We're gonna keep the momentum going for wheat, and with the help of Dank 7 and Cranberry Tank 7, we'll grow Tank 7 by 5%. And with your help, we'll bring Joker's Wit to 50% of Tank 7's distribution. Year 5 of Space Camper will feature new innovation with our 16-ounce double IPA variants and be supported by our stellar new partnerships with Bridging the Gap and Campanile, the only camper rated for space. Our barrel aging program is on fire and will continue to support with on-trend updated packaging, innovative limited releases, and an educational web series with Q&A with Q&A. Southwest Boulevard will be around year-round, and we intend to grow it this crisp lager with Salt and Lime up to Space Camper distribution. And finally, Pale Ale, our beloved first beer, will get a retro look and throwback programming to match. Together, we can make 2023 a year to remember. Thank you, and may the force be with you.
You are watching Cable 10, Chillicothe, Missouri Community Access Channel.
Wheats World! Wheats World! Party time!
All right, party! Party! It's Friday night, it's 10:30, it's time to party. Welcome to Wheats World. I'm your excellent host, Adam Hall. With me, as always, is Bobby Dykstra. Party on, Bobby.
Party on, Adam.
You know, tonight, we're gonna introduce our newest feature. It's called Beer Reviews with Adam and Bobby.
Beer Reviews! Adam and Bobby! Beer Reviews!
All right, excellent. Okay, our first beer is unfiltered wheat beer. I think this beer is excellent. Bobby, what do you think?
Excellent, but people did not respond to the rebrand.
Not! We're gonna keep that momentum going next year with our seasonals, grapefruit wheat and strawberry wheat, and our community engagement program, Wheat the People.
You know what beer I want to review next, Adam? Space Camper. But you know the best place to review Space Camper?
Dream Sequence!
Where are we?
We are on the label of our first Space Camper 16-ounce double IPA variant, Cybersonic Sea Hops.
No way.
Way?
This is so cool.
You know what's even cooler?
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith?
Yes, and Space Camper has been up double digits every year since its release. It's even the #1 IPA in the home market.
We're on our way to outer space. We just need a rocket ship.
One step ahead of you. Our rocket next year is made up of innovative double IPAs like this one, a continued focus on sustainability and our partnership with Bridging the Gap, and Space Camper branded Overland Camper partnership with Campanile, the only camper rated for space.
Far out.
We probably ought to get back to our basement soon.
Ready when you are, Adam.
Okay, and we're back. It's like we never left. Next beer on Beer Review is Tank 7. I think this beer is excellent. Bobby, what do you think?
I think it's mega excellent.
Mega excellent. Next year, we have our most aggressive Tank 7 plan to date with 2 variants, Dank 7 in the spring and Cranberry Tank 7, just in time for your fall holiday gatherings.
You know, Tank 7's a national brand, so we don't have to bow down to corporate sponsors. You know, when these national brands do their 360 marketing campaigns with coasters and posters and billboards, throwing their logos on everything, all wrapped up with some catchy slogan.
Tank 7 takes you there.
And we have a new year-round smokestack beer coming out next year.
Yeah, you know, if Tank 7 is king, every king needs a joker. And next year, we're releasing Joker's Wit, a Belgian-style double wit beer with orange peel, coriander, peppercorn, and just a touch of lavender.
Sounds delish.
Bobby, what was your favorite beer of 2022?
Why, Adam, that would have to be Southwest Boulevard.
All right. What would you say if I told you that your favorite beer is now going to be available year-round next year?
Way?
Way.
Way.
Our last beer on Beer Review is actually a threefer. Rye on Rye, Bourbon Barrel Quad, and Whiskey Barrel Stout, our year-round barrel aging beers.
Our barrel age program is on fire. We just need to keep the train rolling.
You know, we always talk about ways to educate the consumers and retailers on our massive barrel aging program.
So we made a series of educational videos on our barrel program coming to a screen near you.
Plus, I hear the two dudes in it are a couple of babes.
Swing!
Well, that's all the time we have tonight. Please tune in next week with our special guest, REO Speedwagon superfan, Brian Reams. And we're out.
Weeds World! Weeds World! Party time! Excellent!
Well, Blythe, now that we've heard the brand plans, let's talk a little national accounts.
Let's do it. We're having a great year so far.
Mind if I do a little shopping?
Absolutely. Let's kill two birds with one stone.
That's right.
So far this year, we're up about 3% and relatively flat distribution. So growing rate of sale and actually growing share in the hard seltzer category and the import category. So really strong.
Well, that's at a time that a lot of craft breweries and large breweries are having a difficult year in Nielsen.
Absolutely.
What's driving that growth? What chains are driving that performance?
Honestly, it's across the board. We're seeing really strong success with Costco, with Kroger, with Target, with Price Chopper, Quick Trip, I mean, Rayleigh's, Bevmo, Wegmans, really nationwide, depending on the brands.
Oh, that's great to hear. Well, the first item on my list here is one of each of the Quirk mixed 12 packs, soon to be a fourth. So can we head over and get that?
Yeah, let's go find them.
All right. There it is, the best tasting hard seltzer on planet Earth.
And our retailers agree.
You know, Blythe, we set out some pretty lofty national account goals for Quirk Hard Seltzer this year. Where do we stand?
Well, we were able to pool our resources, drive distribution, drive rate of sale, get national accounts on board in a big, big way in the Midwest specifically. We went from number 8 hard seltzer in the Midwest to number 4.
Wow.
And number 1 rate of sale item in the hard seltzer category.
Wow.
And number 1 in Kansas City food now.
The number 1 seltzer in Kansas City?
With the highest rate of sale items in the category.
Wow, hard to imagine that this brand is just 2 years old. So with where we've come, which is obviously amazing that it's the fastest growing hard seltzer in the Midwest, where are we gonna go next year?
Well, we're going to continue to drive distribution. I mean, we still have so much run room. This is our number 1 rate of sale item. We need to drive this distribution along with the others. We've got innovation with our Whip Mixed 12 pack coming down the line. And initial indications from our retailers, they're very excited about our innovation next year.
So if an account doesn't have any Quirk, the first one in place is this Berry and Botanical Mixed 12 pack.
Yep.
And then second would be the Whip pack, the
Second
innovation.
would be the Whip pack, and we're getting a lot of really great retailer support on that one.
And then third, Tropical Breeze, and fourth, Splash of Citrus.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, I can get my head around that.
We also need to make sure we're building some space in the coolers, one for pack out, but also for our limited releases, because those are top rate of sale when we released them this year.
All right, so we've had a great year. We got a lot of fast growing brands, the fastest growing seltzer in the Midwest, eyes on becoming number 1. But this is not our only entry in Boulevard Beverage Company.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about Fling.
Yeah, the RTD category continues to grow. It's making the news on a regular basis. Fling is the best liquid in the category. We truly believe it. We have innovation with Paloma next year. And from a national accounts perspective, we're really just trying to make sure we've got the right pricing on the shelf and the right distribution where it makes sense.
Awesome. I can get behind that. But while we're here, let's go ahead and load up.
All right.
Don't forget those pretzels.
Yep, gotta make sure we get all of them.
All right. Everything I need for a perfect tailgate right here.
Yep.
You know, we just left the Quirk Hard Seltzer. Now 25% of our sales. But the other 75% of sales from Boulevard is our craft beer. So talk to me a little bit about Boulevard beer and national accounts.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have some great partnerships with our retailers, Hy-Vee, Price Chopper, Quick Trip, just to name a few. We've been leveraging our really strong sports partnerships with the Royals, with Creed Humphreys, and we're really planning to continue to press on with that and build out unique partnerships across the board with our retailers going into next year to continue to build velocity.
We have a couple innovation brands.
Yeah.
How are we going to prioritize those?
Well, in the grocery channel, our big priority for innovation is going to be our Southwest Boulevard 12-pack cans.
Okay.
And in the liquor channel, we're really going to lean into building out our smokestack beer with our new Double Wit.
That makes a lot of sense to me, but while we're here, let's load up and we're going to go grab some cold beer.
Perfect.
Brewery Ommegang. Just a couple years ago, we launched the OMG series, had a very successful year with Neon Rainbows, and now we're in 2022. How are we doing with OMG, and then what are our plans for next year?
Well, we continue to see Neon Rainbow's success across the board in chain. That's going to continue to be our #1 priority going into next year. Dream Patch, we actually just launched, so we have a ton of run room with that. That'll be our #2 priority in chain for the off-premise. And then for #3, it's going to be our new Ommegang 16-ounce cans for 2023. That's for the off-premise.
That's quite a year-round lineup. And then we can't forget Three Philosophers, franchise brand, one of the best beers in the world.
Yeah. We continue to see a lot of success with Wegmans, Whole Foods. We've got some great partnerships that we're leveraging to continue to accelerate those. And then in the on-premise, we were able to secure some Buffalo Wild Wings handles in the Northeast with Idle Days. Okay. So kind of building that out as more of our session on-premise brand.
Sounds like we're stocked up for a great year next year with Ommegang and national accounts.
That's the plan.
All right.
Grab some for your barbecue.
Please. This time last year, Blythe, you shared some very exciting news about us becoming the category captain for the high-end Belgian section for Whole Foods, and we had some big programmings with Wegmans and Total Wine. So how are we doing?
It's going really well. We're going to continue our category captainship for the high-end Belgian category with Whole Foods going into next year. Wegmans continues to be a great supporter of ours, along with Total Wine. We're getting some new off-premise chains like BevMo and Rayleigh's and Safeway. Publix is coming back online with Duvel 4-pack distributions. We're rocking and rolling.
Not just in the off-premise, on-premise too.
Yeah, we've got a new partnership with Club Core with Duvel.
What's Club Core?
It's actually a high-end golf course chain that also has some social clubs. And with our Sam Ryder partnership with Duvel, we've been able to leverage that for new distribution in all of their clubs.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. And I heard a little whisper about Morton's.
Yeah, this fall we're actually going to be mandated with Duvel bottles at all the Morton's locations across the country. So really excited about that partnership as well.
Perfect accounts for Duvel, no doubt. So talk to me a little bit about this, the launch of Duvel 6.66.
So we had a great launch this summer. Total Wine, Wegmans, Whole Foods all got on board, did programs to help support the launch. We have a lot of run room with that brand. So really our biggest priority next year is getting Duvel 6.66 on the shelf with Duvel 4-packs.
It feels like now is the time for high-end Belgian imports. There's so much run room and they're growing, and inside of that growth, Duvel USA represents some of the fastest growing. La Choupes up 50%, Duvel up 20%, and
Duvel 4-packs continue to be the #1 high-end Belgian 4-packs in the country.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, well, speaking of all that great beer, let's grab some.
All right.
Well, Blythe, we've got our beer. We've talked about our brand plans, talked about what we're prioritizing for next year. So what do we need from distributors?
Really, it's just two things. We've got a great national accounts team in place to support them locally. So really alignment with their priorities and our priorities and what we're pitching to the national and regional and local chains. And help with execution day one. Sometimes we hit it out of the park and get execution day one. Sometimes it's day 15. And in order for us to secure additional programming and continue to keep the momentum alive, we really need to secure those programs and get execution on day one.
So first and foremost, pitching the same priorities to our national, local, and regional accounts as our distributors, and then to execute our program.
Yeah.
I think we can do that.
All right. Bobby, did you forget the food?
I got pretzels. ...2023 is shaping up to be a very special year. We have the combination of great plans, excellent people, beautiful state-of-the-art breweries, and most importantly, you, the best damn distributor network a supplier could hope for. So what's winning look like in 2023? What do we need from you? Before we get there, let's talk about a few key updates at Duvel USA. First, we've streamlined our pricing tiers, reducing complexity, making it easier to do business with Duvel USA. Second, we built all of our plans around brand pillars, long-term big bets. Third, we're removing certain brands and packages from select markets around the country to give us both more time to focus. So now, let's talk goals and our ask of you for the next year. But as you can imagine, things around here are very busy. This team needs me. Let's walk and talk so I can take care of a little business along the way. Duvel USA's success relies on the quality of our beverages, and we have two key innovation beers launching in 2023, Joker's Wit and Southwest Boulevard, both beers developed in this very lab. Effectively launching those brands, coupled with growing our barrel-aged program and Tank 7 franchise, will power our beer portfolio. All the while, we'll keep cruising with Quirk, growing 25% in 2023. At this very meeting last year, we debuted the OMG series, and what a success it's been. In part because of the great beer that we make at Ommegang, and secondly, because of the awesome artwork that we support it with. In fact, I'm in that very department right now with some of my friends that make that magic happen. You know, in 2023, we look to grow the OMG series by 25% in both distribution and in volume, and we need your help in making that happen. Hey team, I worked up some ideas on a new can design. What do you think?
It's nice, Bobby.
With the addition of Cranberry Tank 7 and Dank 7, which gets 3 times the hops of the original, we need you to commit to growing the Tank 7 franchise by 7% in 2023. It remains the top priority at Boulevard Brewing Company. You got it from here, Craig?
There's no bear in there. We just want him to have fun.
You know, one brand that's generating some real profit is Shoof. We've been up over 25% 3 years in a row. And this year, when we match Shoof distribution to Duvel, distributor revenue will jump by. Carry the 1. Cameron, do you know if this calculator does times?
I got it. The answer's 3.5 million.
It's always good to have Cameron double check. You know, I knew that calculator. This year's been challenging for importing logistics, especially when you're growing at the rate of Duvel. In fact, Duvel is now the top-selling high-end imported multi-pack. In 2023, we look to grow Duvel 10% and to get Duvel 6.66 into 60% of the accounts of Duvel. Let's get these kegs loaded up. Ah, there it is. What a day. Giving my time and talent to the team is thirsty work. You know, 2023 is going to be a special year. We're going to grow the OMG series by 25% with Neon Rainbows as our top-selling brand. We're going to grow the Smokestack series by 10% with Tank 7 growth, the launch of Joker's Wit, and barrel-aged beer growth. Imports are going to have their best year yet, with over 20% growth through a full year of Duvel 6.66 and continued Duvel and Shoof growth. And lastly, we're going to keep the train rolling with Quirk, adding another year of growth, over 25% in 2023. Cheers, friends, to the year ahead and to our partnership. I want to thank our distributors for joining us for this trilogy. I want to thank our brewers and everyone at Duvel USA. And I would like to thank this crew, the best damn cast and crew a person could hope for. Thank you and good night.
We can't say oh shit. The whole point is it's a good shot.
Damn it. All right, I gotta hit it again.
Hey, Bobby D. Congrats on the hole in one back there, man. What's up, Brian?
Just pretend I'm not here.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Let me kick it over to my good buddy, Sam DeBelder, our innovation brewer in I'll start there. One at one of the most iconic. And just like that, they're entered to win a
Let's start with Free for Awesome. From the barrel-in spot.
Give me a T. Melissa's supposed to stop me. Who's that brand that's full of berries?
OMG. OMG.
Who's that brand that's full of berries? Berries. I can't. Who's that brand that Uproxx.com voted the number one New England IPA you can find almost anywhere? I can't keep up with that. You're too quick. You're too quick.
Throw down.
Got a new can design here. What do you think? I mean, that was a lot. I didn't expect that.
Into our partnership.
You don't have to take such a big thing.
Yeah. Ooh.
Wow!
Woo!
Bobby!
Hole in one!
Shot!
Dream sequence!
This is incredible. I'm all about innovation. This is incredible. I'm all about innovation, Alec. But tell me, how does this translate to cork hard seltzer? That's it. That's all I can do.
Emphasis the dog instead of the hot.
All right.
Hot dog. This is gonna be the dumbest
I'll
thing
get
ever.
more dog. More dog.
More dog, less hot.
More dog. Hot dog. I can't wait to try them.
Maybe a little less than that.
Back off the dog. 20%.
I haven't been this happy since riding the teacups. I haven't been happy.
Dog hasn't been happy since
I was just trying to like take it a different way. Like,
I am not
yeah, I know. I'm not. I haven't been this happy since riding the teacups.